Welcome. If you have arrived here, you are well off the beaten path. You're in the shadows of Pride Rock land. My name is Rich. With unlimited cards, I'm a nobody. You know, if you ever want to get into this, or if you ever are in some form of investment style part of the world, one of the key things that you need to focus on is understanding, like, what is the trend? Where are we headed? What are people interested in? And regardless if that sways your opinion or changes what you think or not, you still notice it, right? You still pay attention to it because it's worth paying attention to the world. There's less surprises, and frankly, it's just fun. And what's happening in this world is mind-blowing. I have been watching people who are just chasing the next hot thing, right? Universes Beyond! Pokemon! What? Oh. Pokemon's dead? Oh, shit. And we kind of just we're watching the world just turn, and we're part of it. So it just spins really fast. We're all on the ride. And we're like, where are we headed from now? You know? You know, a person that I've really studied quite a bit. There's a few people out there, but someone that I really studied and looked into the backstory of is Warren Buffett. I mean, he's a big name. He's apparently got a lot of success. Might as well learn about his story, right? And it's so interesting that during the dot-com bubble, he was ridiculed for years for not being a part of it, while people left and right around him were just making so much money, making crazy gains, 100% in a day. And when that crashed, it took out most of the people there. And what's interesting is that Warren Buffett made most of his wealth that he's ever made after that. He wasn't part of the trend. He kept doing his own grind, learning about companies, buying boring shit. And yeah, he did really well. And look at him compared to all those fools in the dot-com bubble that no one ever hears about. I mean, who in this world says, yeah, I did great. I made all my wealth on .com and now I'm a multi-billionaire. I don't think there's anybody out there that's saying that. So you got that one concept, right? And then we have this second concept where there is a younger generation, right? We saw it brewing and it really exploded. The wildfire raged in 2020 and 2021, where there was this war almost between like the baby boomer mentality, the Warren Buffett mentality of, yep, you just work a job, get your 401k, buy some boring stocks, and then you'll be wealthy later in life. And then you got the ragers, the millennials, the Gen Zs, and then what are we, alpha, beta, something. They're like, I want it now. I want it tomorrow. And regardless what you think or what your opinion is on the matter, it's happening. It doesn't matter what side you're on. It doesn't matter who you believe in, what your style is. It's happening. And the world is shifting. And now in this, I mean, I maybe some products in the golden age will actually do well. I don't know. But like what like generation alpha beta is buying fallen empires in Ice Age? I don't think a single one. They don't even recognize. It's not even that they don't like resonate with it. They don't even recognize this. So we're at an impasse. And obviously, people are not buying into this. People are buying into, I don't have anything around me here that, you know, that they're buying into Universes Beyond. They're buying into just the new hot thing, right? And so you just like, you think, okay, if I'm at this impasse, we know that number one, someone like Warren Buffett did really well after being ridiculed for years. And then we also know that if you buy this, it's possibly just dead money, right? And then there's that whole saying with like money earned, I don't know how they say it, whatever. Money earned tomorrow is worth more than like money earned a year later. And so your mind is like, what do I do? Do I buy this that's extremely rare? You can argue with me if you want. Extremely rare. So the price will jump higher, right? Very quickly. And right now, buying these things at the prices that they're at is very attractive. But the con is that it could never go up. And it just becomes dead money. Right? Or you could buy, you know, the new SpongeBob set. I don't know. Has anybody ever... Hey, give me the data. Steve! Fucking Steve, dude. I don't know where that guy is. Give me the data! Hey! Is anybody buying SpongeBob? What do we got? Spider-Man, right? And people are buying this thing through the roof. So something like that does not have nostalgia, beautiful artwork, value, not many in existence, and it's doing really well, right? So do you buy into that and your money is actually worth something because it goes up, right? It goes up a lot. Pros and cons. So what do we do? And this is the hardest thing. I don't think that people really understand how hard it is to be wrong for so long. We understand how to be wrong, but can you be wrong for years? Can you be wrong forever? That's a really hard thing to sit with. So I'm at an impasse. Do I buy like more into this? The dead thing that's at a beautiful price that's gonna spike if there's ever any kind of enthusiasm around it? Or do I buy into the next hot thing that everybody's going for, that I would just make tons and tons and be happy? You know, there's risk attached though to it as well. That's the con. There's risk attached to it, and it doesn't really trigger the nostalgia for me because I played in the 90s. I played in this kind of era. A little bit after this era is when I came in. It's such a hard thing to think about. And it's depressing at times. I don't know anybody out there that's buying this kind of stuff. So that's the age-old question that you have to ask yourself. Are you willing to buy this, which has no future? Like, that's what we know right now. Or buy something that does have a future, right? But then again, you think about it, and the next hot thing could crash. The next hot thing could have a serious downturn. And the things that nobody is paying attention to, those are the things that end up having price appreciation if there's enthusiasm, and the people that were in those markets look like heroes. So how do we do it? Do we look like a hero? Do we look like a moron? I personally am choosing to look like a moron. Is it because I know that this stuff is going up? No. I have less nostalgia with the newer stuff. I have more nostalgia with the older stuff. And it's like an antique. It's just, it's appealing to me. I have to understand, though, as a human, to be part of the newer world too, because you can completely miss out. But I mean, that's just my opinion. This is not advice. I this is just the way I look at things, right? And so I'm choosing to be a part of this. But I'm telling you guys right now, I could look like an idiot for literally the rest of my life. But it's okay because I actually played the game. I actually play, well, I mean, I don't play that much anymore, but I play the game. I understand the game. I've played it for a long time, a lot longer than probably 98% of the people out there. And this is what I'm into. This makes me happy to buy these two things. Frankly, I almost don't really care if it goes up or down in value. There's a little piece of me. It is like such a bittersweet thing, but then at the same time, I'm just strolling through these markets like, are you guys looking at the deals? Like, are you guys looking at what's happening right now? I'm guessing, okay, maybe it takes longer, but the deals. I remember when these things were way higher and I was less enthused about buying them. And now that they're so low, I can create a position. Whatever it is, 1 box, 6 box, 50 boxes, whatever I got. In the end, this whole game that we're playing, you just do it for yourself. And that right there is the greatest win that you can have in life. If you're trying to attain what someone else has attained in the world, generally speaking, you're probably going to be unhappy. Because you're never going to have what someone else has. You're going to have what you have. So you might as well play your game and understand how to do your game the best. So this is where I'm at. I really don't care whether people look up to me or look down on me. This is where I'm at. And I mean, unless everything crashes, these things have a floor to them. And it's worth just accumulating, for future whatever. If I ever decide to sell this, maybe no one will buy it, huh? Maybe you guys shouldn't buy into this. I don't know. All I'm going to say, though, is do what you love. No matter how bittersweet or how happy, remember to keep your emotions in check, to keep pushing forward, and get there. Enjoy.